Everyone, please put your hands together for Miss Farrah Johnson.
I have been waiting all day to get up here. I'm taking the stool with me, so just FYI, whoever was coming up next, this stool is not going to be here. Can everybody hear me okay? Not quite. Oh, okay. Everybody hear me? I said I'm taking the stool, just FYI. As like a full reminder, this will no longer be up here. I am no longer standing up. I'm way too tall for that. This is way too much I have to keep up. Fuck that. So, this is my first like official time being here. I really like it, except for the fact that like I almost died twice trying to get up here. At this point, I was just like, do I really need to go to the bathroom that bad? I don't think I do. Fuck it, I'm just gonna pee in a cup somewhere. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't wear like the right shoes for this. So at this point, I'm like, I'm just gonna wait until I actually have to go home to go back down the steps. So that way it's just like one straight trip. Hopefully I don't die. Like I feel like I get one more chance down those steps. Anything else is just, you're just asking for it at that point. No, this is actually my first time coming up here. I was actually supposed to be here the last time, but had a really fucked up situation where a boyfriend friend decided to try to kill me, so that was weird. I know a lot of people are like really uncomfortable, like, she's not gonna sit up here and talk about like domestic abuse and domestic violence. That's not funny. And I'm like, it's not. Everything around that situation was fucked up. So after that happened, I just like, I can come up with an excuse in a heartbeat of why I can't come somewhere. But when your excuse is, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to make it. And it's like, what's wrong? Shit. I was in an altercation last night. Let's just say that. And it just like with the guy I'm dating. The worst part about that though was actually having to call out of work. It's like, cause there's no like doctor's note for that. So like, I'm like, shit. I don't know what to say to my manager at this moment. And it's just like, look, if you have to fire me, I understand. At this point, I'm not gonna make it. My excuse is I don't need to be around people, and I have to be in like a fetal position and cry for the next 6 hours. So I don't really think I'm gonna be able to come. Can somebody cover my shit, please? But yeah, I'm good though. That's why I can joke about this. I didn't want to get anybody down. I'm sorry. It got really dark, but then after Bane's like family reunion and thing, I was like, I could say that. I feel like I could say that around people. I just feel like Bane kind of opened it up to whatever at that point. I was just like, all right, well, I can't afford a therapist right now, so this should work. Cool. How are you guys doing? Cool. One of my friend was looking at me earlier, and I was just kind of telling him about what I was going to talk about. He was like, "Well, this is going to go one or two ways." And I was like, "Yeah, can't wait to have to talk to somebody about this." And it's like, and this is how we got here. That's how I ended up in this padded room with this shirt jacket on. I went to go do a comedy show. It was really bad. I bombed. I cried, and then they called somebody to come and get me. And I'm here. At one point, though, like, when I was going through some shit, I was talking to my friend, and she was like, you know what you need? And I was like, ooh, a padded room with a bunch of drugs. Because that sounds like heaven right now. I could take naps. I could just roll around in my little jacket. I would be high all the time. And I wouldn't give a fuck because I get applesauce and shit. Like, that's just a vacation for me at that point. It's like I couldn't afford a vacation, but I had a great mental breakdown. Oh, my God. That shit was so refreshing. I feel like so relaxed after that. I just spent 3 straight days just high as fuck in a room rolling around. It was great. Some days I sang the Law and Order theme song from memory. Like, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. I'm just saying, like, if your insurance covers it, it's the way to go. Great. That was fucked up. Damn it. Somebody said my humor needed to get a little bit more dark. And I'm like, well, my bubbles popped now. There's no more, like, mermaids and fairies and shit. I'm, like, seeing, like, oh, God. Let me tell you, the day that I did have to go to work after that shit, I was walking and I was like, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just relax. Think about other stuff. And I was like, fuck, Trump is president. I'm not going to work. I'm not. I was like, at one point, I had to stop. I was like, do I really need this job? I can't, like, because it's not even that situation that I'm going through. Trump is president right now. We don't know what he's going through. I just read 6 tweets that he tweeted to this morning. No, I can't. In the name of God, I can't. I'm not going to. God, and it's just like walked into work, and it's just like, oh, fuck. There's not enough caffeine to, like, deal with whatever is outside there. God. But guess what? These sweaters are 40% off today, guys. How are you doing again? I love working in retail. I don't know, like, if you guys have ever worked in retail or anything, a lot of people don't like it, but I enjoy the fuck out of it. Because it's a whole nother world. Like, you have people that will come in and they're, like, in school for, like, like, just all kinds of crazy shit. Like, stuff that, like, it's just, your brain has to be amazing to do all these things. Cannot read a fucking sign worth a damn. And I'm just like, oh my God. No, you're going to school to be a brain surgeon. How the fuck did you manage to fold that shirt like that? Why would you even put it back that way? Just give it to me. God damn it. Go somewhere. That's why, like, you always have those moments where you're being, like, really helpful. It's not because we're doing our job. It's because you're kind of a little slow. And instead of you going and picking up every shirt, knowing that you're a size large, but you're going to pick up every shirt and look at each one to double check to make sure. Ma'am, can I help you with that? What size were you looking for? Okay, thank you. God, it's just like, the thing is, you're not making it harder for us. You're making it harder on yourself with doing this. Like, you're wasting so much extra time to get to that shirt when you can literally just go through and just, and I don't understand it. Like, if you ever see people when they're shopping, you're just like, how did you manage to do that? Like, and I don't understand parents when they're shopping. Like, I understand it's very hard to shop with a child. That is the hardest thing to do. I've been there. I've done it. It's very hard to shop with a child. But there's a difference between hard to shop with a child and I'm in a completely different section than my child and has no idea what they're doing. The other day I went to go and put some sweaters back on a shelf, and there was a smaller shelf underneath there. And in that shelf was a child leaning like this, staring back at me like a fucking, like, demon child out of some fucking movie with piercing blue eyes. And I swear to God, I almost lost my shit. I had to remember I was at work. And I had to remember I can't kick somebody else's kid, no matter how possessed they looked. I swear to God. At that point, those are those moments where you're just like, do I really need my job, or do I have to put the sweater back with the demon kid? Like, I'm not okay with this. And then I'm just looking like, where are your parents? Someone come get your kids. And, like, people will get so upset about the dumbest shit, but it's like, hey, if you were watching your kid, he probably wouldn't have climbed up that shelf and fell off and busted his lip. That is not my fault. There is no way I'm assuming responsibility for that. You can't sit up here and say, these shelves weren't sturdy enough for my kid to climb on. I don't understand how we're still suing people for that. I don't understand how like Child Protective Services isn't called in that situation where it's like, where were you and why was your kid climbing on the unsturdy shelves? It's like, no, they should have been sturdy enough for my dumbass kid to climb up of them. Like, what? I can't even. Ugh, Lord have mercy. So is everybody enjoying this weird ass full moon? This shit has been weird because everybody else around us has been like acting completely crazy. And me and my friend Sarah have been like super chill at the house watching Criminal Minds. And like everybody's like texting us and we're seeing everybody else's like drama and stuff. And I looked at her and I said, girl, my chakras can't even with that shit. No. And I'm like, there have been so many situations where somebody will like come up and try to tell me something. I'm like, no. Not today, Satan. I can't. That's none of my business. I don't need to know that. Like, no. And I'm like, so much people would have like so less drama if they would just mind their own business. And that's hard for me to say because I'm nosy. I love being nosy and I appreciate it. But there are certain moments where you just have to be like, oh, yeah. That is not, I don't need to be a part of that situation. Because once you know you're a part of the situation, and then you'll have those moments where like people want to come and confide in you and like say shit to you, and you're just like, I don't need to know all that. And it's always like the worst shit that they come up and say, and it's like, and that's why he had a cricket penis anyway. I didn't need to know that. Because now every time I look at him, I'm like, damn it, he's got a cricket penis. Fuck! I didn't need to know that about Bob. No! Why would you tell me that? And it's just like, and once you know something and people know you know, they're going to keep coming and telling you. And then after that, you're just like, I know things about people that I didn't want to know. I could have went my whole life in this little bubble of not knowing the weird things about my friends and what they do behind closed doors. But now I know. Fuck. I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, this full moon has been like tripping everybody out. Like there was one night where somehow we had one after party that ended up splitting in between two houses. Nobody knew where the fuck we were supposed to go. So half the party went one way and half the party went another way. Here's the thing. One of the guys from the bar that we were hanging out with invites a bunch of girls back. These girls end up at our house and the guy ends up at the other house. So we're with these random girls that we don't know at my best friend's house. And they're just like, where's the bathroom? And we show them where the bathroom is, and they're locked in there for like 40 minutes, just puking, just throwing up all their cookies, just everything is gone. And we're just like, who are they and are they okay? Like, we don't know what to do. We don't know who they are. We don't know who invited them. We're just like, there's random girls throwing up in your bathroom. Yeah, so that's how our night ended. We're here now. Fuck. Yeah. So the guy eventually comes over or somehow ends up over there and he never makes it to the house because he's stuck in the parking lot throwing up his guts. Never makes it into the house, just puking up his guts. So there's just two people, just parties of whatever was supposed to happen between these people. Just throwing up their guts just everywhere. And I was just like, what the fuck happened tonight? God, I didn't even drink that much. I've been hanging out the entire time. We've all been in the same like area together. What did you do? What did you drink? What happened? How did you get here? How are you getting home? Like, okay, guys, I'm sorry. That was a little fucked up. But that's all I got for tonight. And thank you guys for laughing at me.